Ladies and gentlemen, we have football, and I'm not that excited about it. I'm focused on winning my leagues. I'm not that excited about the Hall of Fame game. That's just the truth. So I'm gonna get this out the way. It was actually much more important than I thought. We saw guys like Dante Harris. Sorry, mixed up both. I mixtured combined two players: Najee Harris, Dante Johnson, Chase Claypool. We actually seen guys like that. I didn't know we'd see guys like that. I just assumed we wouldn't see anybody, and so we actually got to see a bit of that Steelers offense. Chase Claypool came down with a scary catch, and he got hurt, but he seemed to be doing just fine right after jumping up and down, cheering for teammates. He seems okay. He just laid out for a catch, so that's good. Injury scare. I was yelling at the TV to take Najee Harris out to Mike Tomlin. I don't think he heard me, or maybe he did after a lot of yelling. And thank God he didn't get hurt or nothing, because that's my RB1 in the Instagram Experts League. So thank God no major injuries there. Dante Johnson actually caught a ball. And, I mean, that's really it for the Hall of Fame game. So we got to see a little bit more than I thought. But we didn't get to see too much because it is just a Hall of Fame game. That's basically what, like preseason.
Oh yeah,
Right?
and I'm just happy we got to see John Lynch in the booth. That was nice to see, and then it was cool seeing Mike Tomlin's photo when he coached Lynch for the Buccaneers in that Super Bowl. That was pretty cool to see a young Mike Tomlin. We got some couch fam though.
I mean,
Saying hello.
it made it better. But what's up, Couch Captain Toast in the building? Of course, podcast superstar Amar in the building from last episode, and Jared. What's up, man? Okay, so quick announcements. Very important announcement. Everyone's asking me about the Couch Fam leagues. And so we do have 3 major leagues for you guys. And I think I'm locking these dates in. I'm pretty confident in that. So the Guillotine League is one of my most fun leagues, and it was very surprising that it was this fun. So the Guillotine League is August 24th. That's when the draft day is going to be, Tuesday night. We're going to have 4 dates and times for the Patreon League. So we'll probably have 2 drafts on August, all in August. So 2 drafts on the 21st, 2 drafts on the 22nd, 2 drafts on the 28th, and 2 drafts on the 29th. So the Patreon League is very, very awesome tournament. And I try to make this as best of an experience, enjoyable experience for you guys. That's why we do have it on Sleeper, very platform friendly, very friendly platform, very user friendly platform. Some of you guys are used to, instead of having it on another platform with not as good as a UI that you guys are used to. So it's just totally a great experience for you guys. And I also made it a 12-team league. I think this time we'll do 18 rounds just because there's no trades. As people
And because of COVID.
Well, I mean, you can add IR spots.
I like extra players this year though, just because it seems like it's getting wild already.
There's no trades in this league, and I'm always a step ahead, and that's because I've done this for so many years, not tooting my own horn ever, because I failed for several years doing this as well. But I'm like 7 steps ahead of you cheaters. So just so you guys know, like, you guys are idiots. All right, think you could have cheated, you get away with it. I just didn't say anything because I was like, everyone just got 1 strike, and I didn't let it be known because I'm not gonna smoke you guys out, right? I gotta have an advantage. So yeah, I knew you guys were trying to cheat, and because
we looked at your teams.
Because I know, what do you guys think? Come on, man! I got spies everywhere. This is a family. You think my family's not gonna tell me? Anyway, because there's no trades, it's really hard to cheat. You know what I mean? And if you did cheat, like, you think it wouldn't be obvious? It'd be obvious as hell. What's up, Benjamin? Got a lot of people in the chat. So, Patreon League, 96-team tournament, but it's going to be very simple. It's going to be 8 leagues. So, 8 12-team leagues. And then we have the big league, which is the subscriber. Like the most important league, I would say, is the subscriber league auction draft. I'm going to have that September 2nd. And then we have a special bonus league. This is especially for those, that don't have a lot of money or anything. It's pretty much a free league. It's a free to get in league. It's going to be a 32-team league. split down the middle between me and the fantasy football analyst on Instagram, my homie Joey. So he's gonna have 16, analysts, whatever the heck his community's called. What a generic name, Joey. And
Good
16
friend you are.
couch fam. Well, I mean, you got to talk trash to your friend, right?
I get
All
you.
in
No,
love. I mean, dude's
it's
dope.
August.
He's dope. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what his community's called. Like, I'm just gonna be. I mean, he's kicking my butt on Instagram. He's got like more than twice as many followers as me. So he's great. So he's gonna bring on 15 other people to get in that league. I'm gonna bring 15 other people. We're thinking about having maybe some giveaways, just something kind of small, some giveaways, some prizes. I'm even thinking of having a small prize for everybody who follows both of us and maybe shouts us out on Instagram. And depending on if Couch Fam wins, I think we might be giving out like 15 prizes. I'm going to talk to him about that because I'm sure he'll be down. So that's going to be an awesome, fun league, especially for those of you who don't have money. I don't do any free leagues, so this will be the only free league. We don't have a date on that yet because it's technically his league. He brought me in. Just a quick sum up again. Couch Fam leagues, you guys call them listener leagues, you guys call them fan leagues, subscriber leagues. They're Couch Fam leagues where everyone gets an equal chance to get in. Instructions and dates when I usually go live and get you in these leagues. We do like hey, join me at this time, come in. All those instructions will be revealed. So I just want to go over the dates again. Don't join if you don't know the dates. So this is going to probably be about a $30 league. It's going to be a guillotine league. That means that the team with the least amount of fantasy points gets chopped. One team gets chopped per week. That's August 24th, Guillotine League. Patreon League, there's going to be four different dates for that and 8 different times. That's August 21st, 22nd, 28th, and 29th. And that will be opening up shortly. All you got to do is be a $10 Patreon member. And if you do cancel right away, I lose money off this. And so thankfully last year you guys supported and a lot of people kept their Patreon at least for 2-3 months. And that way, was able to show me support and actually didn't lose money. So that was awesome. And September 2nd, that's the Subscriber League, Auction League. And then we have a to-be-announced 32-team league. So take a screenshot of this, guys. And at the end of this live stream and podcast, I will recall this. Be like, hey, check out the beginning. And, yeah, you can screenshot these dates right here. So, everyone, if you're watching on the video, take a screenshot of these dates. And how do you get in other than the Patreon league? Just follow me closely. For the 32-team league, follow me closely on Instagram. For the Guillotine League, definitely join the Fantasy Couch Fam Facebook group. I might be letting other people in. For the Subscriber League, you have to subscribe to both YouTube channels, Fantasy Couch and Fantasy Couch Podcast. You want to take it another step further? Join Noti Gang. Turn on your bell notification so you don't miss when I announce this stuff. Every year people miss and then they complain and they have no one to blame but themselves. So turn on those notifications for Fantasy Couch Podcast YouTube channel, for Fantasy Couch Podcast channel. Turn on those notifications. Make sure you're subscribed. Also, it's not necessarily first come, first serve. It's first pay, first serve. So you not only have to be there, get in, and win whatever way I decide, but you also have to pay me then and there. So have your Venmo ready. That's what's preferred. If not, have your Cash App ready. Know how to use PayPal. Don't send it the wrong way. Just have all that stuff ready to go. Test it out. Send your buddy $1 if you've never done Venmo, and make sure it works. And then your buddy goes, "Well, I'm keeping that $1." But hey,
it's an $11 league at that point,
Hey, that's your buddy. I don't know. Okay, that was enough of that. But everyone keeps asking me.
We got a question for you directly, Couch.
Fishing. Yo, Couch, you doing that head-to-head stuff again on drafters during this season? Want to beat you? Oh, that's a good point. And so, yeah, I'm doing that. It's called hashtag Beat the Brain. Now, this year, though, let's get a couple season-long best balls in, right? And so I had a couple haters challenge them to $100, and then they ran away. So if anybody wants to challenge me to a season-long best ball mano-a-mano head-to-head, let's do it. Let's do definitely one live stream or a video and a live stream of some season-long Beat the Brain. And you're definitely invited to Beat the Brain fishing. By the way, that's a head-to-head draft. It's really exciting. I usually do it for high stakes. What's the next topic? What do I got, Drew? What's next?
So the next topic, we're going to move on to a draft we just did where you actually did get a challenge for that $100. I think that's what you're referring to. The guy ran away. He was in the chat giving you a hard time.
Oh, yeah. He actually
You dropped the link. He bounced.
He actually hit me up on Discord. I didn't tell anybody.
Okay.
And then he kind of he's like, oh, it's got to be a 10-team league. And I'm like, you know, because that, you like how I'm so experienced. Like, bro, it's his first time on my live stream, obvious. Like, it's so obvious. It's his first time on my live stream. I've been doing this for years. That's why I lay out all the parameters so there's only one pussycat in this equation. It's either me or him. Right? If he said 300 and I said, oh, that's too rich for my blood, I'm the pussycat, right? Like, the parameters are laid. I said 100, 150, 200, 300.
You dropped him the link.
I said head to head, and I said, look, it's gonna be on Drafters. Like, don't give me this crap about I don't know the platform. I can't. Yeah, it's gonna be on Drafters. Like, I'm the professional fantasy guy. I got to do it on Drafters. Like, those are my guys. I'm doing it on Drafters. I mean, you can use it's a usable platform. Like, you can do it. There's no reason not to. I mean, for best ball and for snake draft, DFS snake draft, it's great. So he didn't, he said, oh, it's how about a 10-team league? I'm like, what? I didn't challenge you to a 10-team. I don't want you in my 10-team league. Why do I want this guy in my 10-team league? Because I could get a bunch of cool people to play with. Why would I want this jerk? So I don't want to necessarily go off the draft board, but I do, it's cool to look. I definitely want it as a visual. So guys, a guillotine league, I said that I'm hosting is going to be a league where someone gets chopped. They get chopped by, the metaphorical guillotine once a week. So the weakest link, the team that scores the lowest amount of fantasy points that week, gets chopped and removed from the league. You're done. So what crazy leagues have you guys been in? Go ahead and chime in the live chat. Have you guys been in any crazy leagues that are good? Like, don't give me stuff that's like sucks. I mean, if it really sucks, that's another cool story, I guess, in itself. But what are some like different leagues that you enjoyed? Like, I know have you ever done a vampire league, Drew?
No, but that sounds fun.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I want to be the vampire. Like, I don't know. I feel if I do that, I have to make it the rule that I'm the vampire. And I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know.
You're wearing the right attire right now.
I mean, I want to be the vampire. Yeah, I want to be the vampire. Like, these are protecting against UV. This is what these really do. They protect against blue light. So
Wesley Snipes sent those to you or what? Long time ago.
His is more expensive.
Well, Dax got a comment about one of his leagues, or maybe he's actually challenging you. Maybe we should ask him to clarify.
3-team best ball winner takes all 300. That's a very good idea. Because, I like that. That's a cool one, bro. I mean, I'm down. Like, I'm going to do one. I'll do one, probably one video and then one live stream.
We got 2 back-to-back questions on what's a vampire league. We need to explain.
Yeah. Vampire league. Shoot, I've never done one, so I might mess this up. But essentially, everyone drafts. I think, now don't quote me on this, but everyone has a draft. Then one fantasy owner out of the league is the vampire. Now they have to pick up all the scrubs off the waivers, so they get first dibs. They're like an expansion team. Think of it like that. Now, if you lose against this expansion team or this vampire in a head-to-head matchup, he gets to steal one of your players. Of course, he's gonna steal the best player. So and then at the end, the vampire is either gonna be a scrub or he's gonna be really strong because he's stealing your soul like Shane Sun in Mortal Kombat. He's just collecting all these souls.
And if you want, I'll quote what is this? Fantasy6pack.net. The team you draft is what you're stuck with for the season. If a fantasy owner loses a week to the vampire, the vampire gets to take a player from the person's starting lineup and trades the losing.
So no waivers.
Yeah, no waivers, and trades the loser a player of the same position. Sorry, I couldn't speak there. So if that makes sense, you basically have to take a player from them, but also give them a player of the same position back. So I'll
take DeAndre Hopkins from you. I'm the vampire, and then I'll give you Zacchaeus Olamide Zacchaeus.
Yeah, or
Drew likes it because he was trying to trade me here.
Cephas would work. Any one of your bottom dwellers, I guess.
Good to Cephas, yeah, in a redraft. So that's a vampire league. So I'm always doing, different leagues and whatnot. And shout out to Smitty for coming up with, I think it's probably the coolest league, at least because we do have the best fantasy football community. I mean, I believe that 100%.
Oh, wholeheartedly.
So for him coming up with the Throne League, that could be the dopest idea. I don't know with these other guys in the league. Maybe their community sucks, or maybe it's not fun for them. But for us, like, that is so much fun. We learn so much. Like, I taught these guys so much in the Throne League, and I motivated them, and I told them, like, look, this is what's going to happen. This is what we're going to do. And they've also taught me a lot along the way, too. They're like, whoa, let's not start Todd Gurley anymore. So I'm like, all right, I trust you. So they've curbed me on a couple things, and I've taught them a lot. Like, we literally had the best team, and we literally had the worst luck, because we had all Cowboys players, and we still won the league last year. So it was an amazing experience.
You want to talk about this draft?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's Vampire Leagues, Guillotine Leagues, and then there's a Throne League that Smitty came up with, which is the community votes on who we draft. And that was awesome. Our community we voted on every single pick. We had a real war room. And I just came up with this concept. Like, it was just something molded. And it wasn't really from the Throne idea. It was just I was like, let's do a 32-team league. And then I was like, I don't want to do 32-team league. Like, that's so many. Not for money, at least. Like, I don't want to do, like, it's messy. And I was like, how can we get, like, literally every active member from our Discord in a league? And I was like, let's do a 16-team league. And let's have everyone partner up. So this league is sponsored by Earl Thomas and his brother. It's called the Couch Fam Tag Team Duo League. And it's absolutely amazing. Yes, winner does get one date with Earl Thomas's wife. That's a joke. Earl Thomas. Well, I was gonna say don't kill me, but I think it's already too late. If he sees this, he'll definitely kill me.
He'll be outside your door real quick.
Yeah, it's a risk worth. I mean, whatever. Hey, I'm just joking, ET. But I did like you're a really good player 3-4 years ago.
He's got time.
I don't think I'm making things better. I'm not making things better. Anyway, sponsored by Earl Thomas and his brother, Couch Fam Tag Team Duo Discord League. Everyone had a partner. This is so sick. So the guy I go up against head to head and beat the brain, I partnered up with him, Alex. We knocked it out the park. Drew partnered up with Mike Mattal. That was sick. And you guys had the 5th pick. We had the 4th pick. 16-team league. Also, I made it one running back. I think that's just such an awesome rule. That way, everyone's not reaching for running backs every single round. It gets boring every league. It happens every league. It's just a sea of running backs. And so, man, it was fun. I don't really want to go over the whole draft or anything, but I did film it, live stream. And everyone said the numbers were great and the live stream was great. And I actually watched like first 15 minutes of it. It was fire. I watched the replay. That was a great live stream. I don't know. Did you watch? Yeah. Did you watch it, Drew?
Well, I haven't actually rewatched it. I was there the whole time, so I was logged in.
Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Like you don't want to replay it if you already watched it.
I was.
And you're in the draft, like you
live,
like yeah. No, I meant like because I couldn't watch it at all. It was obviously I'm doing it. I mean, that stream was fire.
Oh God, yeah, it was. There was a lot of comments, fast and furious.
I mean, the whole thing was great. So guys, you can watch it. Even if you skim through it, it's worth it. Like watch a little bit here and there and check out the draft board and let me know what you guys think of my team. So that's on the main channel. So that was fun. This weekend, we're doing another crazy draft. We're doing, I call NFL realistic scoring draft. So we're doing tiered PPR, which means, running backs get nerfed. They only get 0.25 points per reception. Tight ends get 0.75 per reception. And we're also doing one running back so that the scarcity of running backs gets nerfed. Like, they're not going to be scarce at all. It's a 14-team league. It's super flex. And quarterbacks get overpowered. So high completion percentages. And all first downs count too, which is huge. Because first downs in real NFL are important. When as catching a PPR is just, it's kind of dumb, right? You like Christian McCaffrey catches a pass for -1 yard. You still get 0.9 points. Like, that's not a good play. But, if a guy like Adrian Peterson, who doesn't play in the, I can't think of the name, but a guy gets some tough yardage, like Zeke pushes the pile and gets 1 yard and converts a third down. I think that play, should be worth something. So it's first down points. So we're always trying to innovate and do stuff different. And then let me just give you guys a secret. If you guys are in that league listening, quarterbacks go fast. You better watch out. It's super flex, 14 team, and quarterback scoring is overpowered. They go fast. And I remember
Trey Lance in the 4th round or something crazy. I mean, it could get wild, is my point.
3rd, bro. Why would he go in the 4th? That's not
I'm
funny.
underestimating
Why
it.
would he? Yeah.
I know, I get it.
I mean, Shanahan drafted him early, so I don't know why any. That's why it's NFL realistic. Like a quarterback like that who can win your league is gonna be he's gonna go early. And then last time I was joking about Nick Foles could be your quarterback. Well, literally Nick Foles was my quarterback last year in this league. I was one of the worst teams. I don't know what I finished. Let's just say 15. Last year was 16. I said I finished 15th place or 11th place. It was horrible. Yeah, Nick Foles was literally my quarterback. So yeah, guys, it can get really bad, and that's how it is in the real NFL.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Alrighty. So moving on to the next one here. We got a tweet. Sorry about the fast movements, but we got a tweet. Chris Trapasso, I think it's pronounced. He's saying that talks are heating up between Eagles and Texans on a Deshaun Watson trade, but some hurdles still exist. Wonder what those hurdles could be.
So people are making fun of this guy, and they're saying this is BS. And I'm not gonna go lean one way or the other. I'm just gonna, when I see it, I believe it. Now, what I'll tell you though is Deshaun Watson has not been practicing, and they labeled some kind of I'm not even gonna call it. It just sounds like BS. Some kind of calf / something tighten. I don't know. Who cares? It sounds like BS. So all I know is that he's not practicing right now. I know this guy tweeted this, and I'm pretty damn confident that Deshaun Watson's not going to be playing for the Texans this year. So I'm thinking the Texans have made all their moves anticipating that Deshaun Watson's not going to be playing, since they got about 5.5 new quarterbacks this year.
They do have a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah,
now.
they just, you can't blame them. So he'll probably get traded. Maybe it's the Broncos, maybe it's the Eagles. Now, I do have Jalen Hurts in one league. He fell in my Superflex Dynasty draft that I just finished. And so that was great. So I don't know. That sounds bad for him. But I have Devonta Smith in every single freaking league I've ever done this year. And I don't know what's going on. He's going to probably be on the exempt list. That's what people are telling me. And also they're telling me that he might play this year and maybe face a suspension next. I don't know. But that's what the exempt list is for. If you've made it, I don't want to take any of this lightly, but essentially you've making the NFL you're putting the NFL's name in bad light. You're doing something that it's heavily frowned upon. They don't want you playing, right, celebrating, making millions,
being celebrated,
laughing, and the camera scoring touchdowns if you've done something egregious. Now, obviously NFL's changed a lot the past few years because of some mistakes they've made, but that's what the exempt list is for. I honestly don't know. Maybe we'll bring a lawyer or something on. Actually, I talked to the best ball guy. He was supposed to hop on today, but I forgot about the Hall of Fame game. Next time, we'll ask him if what Smitty did was dumb on that best ball league, drafting 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, we definitely got to ask that guy about Smitty's moves. But just going back to Deshaun real quick. I've read a report that his GM now, Cesario, I believe it's pronounced, is willing to let him sit and just pay his salary this year and wait till his trade value goes up.
Isn't that just called that? Isn't that what he's supposed to say?
It could be. You're right. It could be just lip service.
Yeah,
but if you're thinking about his value as another team taking him on, you want to make sure he can play. If the Eagles right now and you take him, and Hurts goes to the Texans, who starts week 1 for the Eagles if Deshaun Watson doesn't play for however long?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. If they do trade Jalen Hurts, then who is playing for the Eagles? Now that would be sick if they got to keep Hurts, but
yes, I don't know if that's possible, but we got another comment from Toast if you want to go over that. Dolphins going after Deshaun. They could easily get him with Xavier requesting a trade. I don't know. What do you think? Trading Xavier Howard and picks, I'm assuming, for Deshaun Watson? Where does Tua
Yeah.
go? Tua goes too?
I don't know. Honestly, that's the biggest part of this toast is and having extra picks and Tua.
Yeah, I didn't read that correctly.
So they would yeah, you should have let me read it. You kind of didn't. Nobody even knew no one knew you were reading the comment. You got to be like da and then boom, you got to read the comment. Toast
Yeah,
says
I didn't even read the whole
you
thing
can let
either.
me remember we went over, you let me read it. Toast says I feel like if the Dolphins go after Deshaun, they could easily get him with Xavier requesting a trade and having extra picks and Tua. So I'm thinking they trade Xavier, they trade Tua. I don't know. I assume he's saying they trade Tua. I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely saying Xavier and Tua
Okay.
and picks. Yeah.
Okay.
Hence why the confusion was
You don't
there.
have to give up really many picks at all though, because Xavier Howard's a good corner, and Tua he's a Tua, he's a quarterback, and
They'd ask for picks though. I'm sure.
yeah, but I'm
would
just
wanna
saying
take
like you don't
advantage.
have to like give up 3 first like the Eagles, like they're asking for 3 first rounders. You'd only have to give like a second maybe. You're getting a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Tua, Xavier Howard, and a second rounder. That's a lot for a guy who may not ever play in the NFL. That's
That's
a
what I'm saying. They'll
lot.
wait till he's cleared. Then they'll say we're taking offers. Because now they can get the haul they want. For
Yeah.
sure.
I guess I don't know, but I'm just you know I'm selfishly worried about my fantasy football too. So I don't know what's gonna happen to Devonta Smith. Like I need to know when I can celebrate, and I don't understand if this trade goes through. Am I gonna get sad now? I don't know. Like, cause is Deshaun Watson
Yeah.
gonna have a quarter? Who's the quarterback? Like, is it Nick Mullins or something? I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, I don't know, but I just wanted to give you. This is the main thing I want to talk about. Look, this guy tweeted this. I think it's CBS Sports. So I mean, he's an official dude, but this is like we haven't heard about this at other major mainstream places. So I don't know if it's gonna happen, but Deshaun Watson's not been practicing. That's not if I'm gonna trade a guy, I don't want him to get hurt in practice. That's for sure.
There you go.
Dak
Dak, he echoes your sentiment.
Marcus says, "Do the Eagles have to send Hurts to Houston? The reports I read didn't sound like that was the case. It discussed Hurts and Watson being on the roster this. Well, now I love this trade because at least I get Devonta Smith's got a quarterback for my
Right.
dynasty league. I don't know. I think I might have to trade for Trey Lance." So I can. It's super flex. Like I need me some QBs in that league,
They're
obviously.
going to ask for lots of picks back
And
on the Trey
and
Lance trade.
and
They know how much you like him.
Mike's just done. No, this is a public league, so I don't know if they know me.
Oh, you might get away with something then.
Yeah, they don't know what I've been tweeting. Now, if
You should have already offered something.
yeah,
Sheesh.
it's a high stakes dynasty league. They don't know me, but if they do a quick Google search on me, they'll see all this Trey Lance propaganda all over the place. They'll be like, "This something's wrong." There's a bunch of Trey Lance posters and tweets, and he's arguing with
Bobbleheads.
people on Facebook. Like, who's on Facebook anyway? This guy's going. So yeah, I post up my admiration for Trey Lance, and I get called a homer, and then I get called and then someone's saying that I'm disrespecting Trey Lance.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I got both sides, and I'm like, how am I a homer? Like, was I trying to convince you guys that DK Metcalf was actually a good prospect? This is so stupid. Check my receipts. Check my video.
I kind of
It's not
think
a
he
homer.
was taking your side though on the disrespecting Lance because he was like trying
Oh
to be
yeah.
funny.
No. He's serious. He's
Really?
He's dead
It
serious.
seemed like he
No.
was funny.
People like to argue. People like to debate, and I was like, just stop debating. No.
Yeah, they were back-to-back
He was
comments.
basically saying that I said his ceiling could be 2020 Josh Allen. That's just an incredible compliment. Like, just leave
Yeah.
it. Like, don't. He was nitpicking it, saying that Josh Allen can't sustain it. I was like, that's not the conversation. It's nothing to do with what I said. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
you're just talking about 1 year.
I'm talking about, and I said other stuff. I said MVP Cam, MVP Lamar, and I mean
You did.
this literally like you can't have higher praise than the QB1 That's the QB1. Like all those guys were QB1 that year, and then 2 of them won MVP. Whatever. Twitter was cool with me. Twitter was like good. They just gave it a thumbs up and moved on. They're like, next tweet. Facebook was like, oh. Everyone loves to argue on Facebook.
Yeah, and then he was asking what his ceiling is, and I think you just flat out said, I don't know. He could be a bust. It's probably
his floor. His floor. Yeah.
Sorry, his floor.
Any first round pick, and especially any first round pick, because I was gonna say early court, any first round pick could be a 50-50. They're all 50-50. All first round picks are 50-50. We always see busts, Trubisky. We always see studs, Andrew Luck. You never know. And then things change year to year. I felt so dumb for ranking David Montgomery ahead of Josh Jacobs in Dynasty. Now, everyone's drafting Montgomery ahead of Josh Jacobs. Like, things change a lot. Like, so, yeah. Next topic. What do we got?
Let's do it. So this one, I think you're really going to enjoy.
Oh,
we have a fire going on.
This is a great topic. And... I'm not a hot take guy, right? I have a couple things I hammer down, right? I love, but I'm not one of those guys that says I'm not. Who's that guy on the radio got fired with the gray hair? What's that?
Oh, Skip Bayless. Bayless. Colin Cowherd.
No,
Colin Cowherd.
Yeah. Like he's like he just says stuff for radio. No, Skip Bayless and Stephen A. They're just clowns. They're just guys on TV yelling to get. They're like way beyond. You know what I mean?
Well,
they're
just white guy with gray hair. So
yeah, no. He's like way extreme. Like that's definitely a guy who just says stuff to get takes. And look, I mean, what's his name again?
Colin Cowherd.
No, the guy you said.
Skip Bayless.
Yeah, Skip Bayless. I mean, like, the man's great, though. He's a great actor. Like, the dude, he puts on the clown makeup. He gets on. He does his little dance. Like, it's awesome. Stephen A. Smith, a bit annoying, but, like, they do their... I know they're different. I know that much. I know they're different shows now, but I'm just saying. No. I'm not a guy who really says hot takes just to get views. So... there is another side to this, but I do have a point to make. I do have a strong point to make. So, the Giants right now, there's been a brawl. A huge brawl broke out. The coach yelled, and you might be under the impression the Giants have are a big dumpster fire. Daniel Jones was underneath that brawl, so that news broke out. And scroll down. Galladay's out 2 to 3 weeks, hamstring injury. He's been injured last year. It is definitely a concern. Daniel Jones has been brutal in the third practice at training camp. So bad reports with Daniel Jones at training camp. Saquon Barkley does not know if he's going to be ready week 1. Guys, take advantage of what's going on here. Now, this could be bad. This could really come back to bite me. And, I could look dumb, but that's okay. So right now, Giants players' ADPs are going to go down. Evan Ingram's was already at an all-time low. You guys, Evan Ingram is probably going to finish as a top 10, top 12 tight end. Yet he's going so late. You don't even have to draft him as your tight end 1. It's insane to even think of that. You can draft. He's going to be like the 18th tight end off the board. That's Evan Ingram. If he just gets 2 less drops and 1 more touchdown, like we're talking about a huge jump. He got so many targets as far as tight ends last year. So he's being way undervalued. Galladay was being a little bit undervalued. Now he's going to go way later. Take advantage of this. Now,
Evan Ingram was the guy that started the fight, didn't he? His butterfingers, I think, made Logan Ryan smack him around a bit.
Wait. I don't know if he dropped it, but yes, it was Evan Ingram. Corey Clement and Logan Ryan or something. I don't know. Something
to that effect, I think, started it. And then, sorry to get you off track.
This is not. I'm not. All I was gonna say is, I'm not telling anyone to draft Daniel Jones anyway. So that was never in question. So, guys, don't be afraid of all this stuff. This isn't breaking news. This isn't the first time there's been a fight in training camp. You ever watch Hard Knocks? There's fights on Hard Knocks. Yeah. This is not the first time. This right here, it's like a pyramid, right? And at the top of the pyramid of NFL news is this. And so this is all I'm saying. Public perception is at an all-time low with the Giants. Are the Giants a good team? No. But you're going to be able to find really good value with Giants players, and don't be afraid. I'm drafting Saquon Barkley 5th overall. I'm doing it. Did he really? Drew, can you look this up? Did Evan Ingram really have 1 touchdown? I know his touchdowns were low. I honestly didn't even know that. Wow. I know his touchdowns were low and his drops were high. Everyone knows that. He won Butterfingers of the year.
Yeah, let me get his stats for us real quick.
So the AMR says Evan Ingram had 1 touchdown last year. If he had like 4, he would have finished top 10.
Let me look at fantasy tight ends.
You can find this anywhere. Just look at, you want to Google Evan Ingram's stats.
I found it. No, I do have it. He scored 1 touchdown. Amar's correct. Yeah, I'm looking up his totals now, just ranking.
It's pretty, what the people say, the positive touchdown regret. I don't know the right word, but he was
18th ranked too, just to clarify. Amar's correct. So, I mean, with 1 touchdown, he was 18th ranked tight end.
Yeah, so if he just got like a couple more, it would have went up. So that's all I'm really saying is these guys are undervalued. I don't see Evan Ingram's ADP rising after this. After all this dumpster fire news. Saquon Barkley, though, guys, I'm drafting him 5th overall. Look, here's the reality. Everyone's in more than one fantasy league. It's okay if you're scared of Saquon Barkley. Don't draft him in every single league. Like, you won't. It's impossible. Like, you're not going to have that opportunity every time anyways. Don't do it. That's fine. I have him ranked 5th overall. He's going to be the guy that everyone's like, oh, he's not ready. He's not this. I don't know if I'm ready. We're going to ease him in. And he's going to blow everyone away.
He will be ready.
See. Yeah, he will be ready. Will he get eased in? Yeah, but we're still talking 15 to 18 touches a game. That's going to be
good
more
touches
than most backs. Well, Saquon Barkley touches. I'm telling you guys.
That's what I mean.
Take advantage of these ADPs. Look, you can take – it's okay if people don't, go with what I'm saying 100%. Take advantage of Saquon's ADP then. He's going like 11th overall, guys. He's going like 9th overall. That's great value. Don't draft Tyreek Hill over Saquon Barkley 11th overall.
That's a league winner pick. I mean, you're getting a guy who at the end of the season is probably going to be like full go.
Yeah.
With big time point potential. He could win your league for you.
I've seen him cutting. I've seen him playing with kids. I mean, he's looking good. They're just taking it. That's exactly what I would do with Saquon Barkley. What am I going to do? Saquon, go push hard. We're going to just give you 25 touches week 1, so push it hard right now. No, I'm going to ease this guy in. He's the franchise. They don't have a franchise quarterback quite yet. So this guy's basically the franchise. He's drafted 2nd overall. Where's Danny Dimes go? 7th overall or something? Something like that. 6th overall, 7th overall.
Look it up.
Saquon Barkley, 2nd overall. Saquon Barkley is essentially that QB franchise, the franchise quarterback for them. It's a
10th overall.
10th overall.
No. Hold on. 6th overall, first round, 2019 draft. Overall. Daniel Jones.
That's when Dwayne Trashkins went 15th overall.
He played tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, he played. He was the 2nd string quarterback, or
there
third.
You go, Dwayne.
Well, 2nd string tonight, 3rd string quarterback. Josh Dobbs looks better. Ooh,
he did look pretty decent though. Actually, I know he's not playing against stiff competition.
But it's all good. He is better.
He looked mobile, like really good. I mean, like he knew how to make some reads too. Although,
yeah, I feel like Josh Dobbs could be the backup.
I believe he could.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Josh Dobbs is amazing, but I because we all know what Mason Rudolph is. Like he's not that good.
No,
so I think Josh Dobbs could definitely take a step in that direction. That's all I'm saying, guys. You want to talk about something else? Yeah, Giants take advantage of their ADPs. They're going to be down. What are you blowing out of proportion, right? There's a brawl in training camp. Ooh, these guys are aggressive. Like it's happened before. What are blown out of proportion? Daniel Jones sucks. Is this breaking news to you? We know he sucks. Saquon Barkley, I don't know if I'm ready week 1. Like, don't fall for that. Like, he's going to play. Like, I just know it in my heart. I have no proof for you guys. I have no evidence. You just have to have some faith.
So how good will the other wide receivers be? Slayton, for example. Tony, maybe if you're thinking.
Don't
rookie
draft any
upside.
of those guys.
Yeah,
Don't do
no,
it.
just to let the listeners know.
Yeah, I mean Sterling Shepard's he's not getting drafted. Kenny Galladay, look, I'd be a little bit scared to draft him, but I mean now he's gonna be falling round 7 or later. Think about Kenny Galladay round 8. See if you apply a different strategy. You go Mahomes round 4, round 3. You go Darren Waller, Kittle round 2, round 3. You go RB, and Kenny Galladay is still your wide receiver too.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm talking about doing a weird strategy, and you still got Kenny Galladay as your wide receiver too with ease. Like he could see. I like to give realistic examples. I mean, in this example, technically, he could be your wide receiver 4 if you go wide receiver round 5, round 6, round 7, and then Kenny Galladay falls around 8. That could technically be your wide receiver 4. So I'm just saying, like wide receiver 2 with a weird, crappy strategy. So he could be your wide right now. He could literally be your wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4, easily. Like it's still Galladay.
I think Galladay is going to make some big plays. I mean, he's out week 1, but he's like Michael Thomas right now, free falling.
He's going to be ready week 1. He's out 2 to 3 weeks. He's out 2 to 3 weeks. Season starts in like 4 weeks, 4+ weeks. Today's the 5th, right?
Yeah, you got it right.
We're recording this on the 5th. Season starts September 9th. So, that's like 35 days. So yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
He's going to be more than ready. He's going to get some more reps in practice. So he'll be fine. Like that's what I'm saying. Now a little bit concerned because he did get injured last year, but that's what I'm saying. It's all about the price. Just like Antonio Brown, love his price, his craziness, him getting arrested or lawsuits. That's all baked into the price, and you could still get him at great value because he does put up numbers like Mike Evans and Godwin as far as fantasy points. But you get him for he's 72% off the price. That's pretty cheap. Next topic. What do we got? Rams. Ugh. Do you like the Rams, Drew? I like the Rams pass.
I mean, traditionally, as far as fantasy is concerned, I loved Akers coming into the season, but we know how that went. So as far as Rams wide receivers, I like Cooper Kupp. I think Van Jefferson has some big play potential long-term, maybe not this season, but dynasty-wise. But
guys, sleeper, Deshaun Jackson. Because of the price you pay. You can get him in round 18. Which doesn't even, you get him that late.
Or on waivers.
And if he does bad, I mean, what do you got to lose? Like, we're talking about a big play. I'm telling you guys, Deshaun Jackson, they got him for a reason. They didn't get him to be the 5th string wide receiver, I'm telling you. That's especially in best ball. Go get D-Jax. Yeah,
it's a good move. Like if you draft a guy who's already on the PUP list, like Saquon, for example, you just flip him into IR and then pick up someone like Deshaun.
Exactly. Yeah. You know the trick.
Yeah. So do we want to go ahead and fill in some blanks, my friend?
Yes. So as you guys know, Cam Akers out for the season. Achilles injury. Terrible, terrible injury. Wish him the best. Darrell Henderson's the starter now. Snake McVay. We can never trust him. So he's saying now there might be a bit of a committee. I'll translate that.
Might.
Darrell Henderson is small. He doesn't seem like he doesn't look like a workhorse. We all knew this though. This is no surprise to us. So I'm hoping this is wrong, and you know what? I think it is wrong, but because I picked up Xavier, I drafted Xavier Jones in the Instagram Experts League. Now I had to. I went QB. It's a super flex league. I went QB. I went wide receiver. I went tight end. I went with Najee Harris. So I had to make do and be scrappy with the running back. So I got guys like Melvin Gordon in round 11. I think that was a steal. A running back that I hate, by the way. Still a steal. Yeah.
Late.
Round 11 is a steal.
Oh, yeah.
For Melvin Gordon. Like, we're talking about a guy who has some skills. He is okay and will be used in a role.
In at least goal line touches to start the season.
I don't know, something. He'll get some touches.
I think he'll be around the goal line, and he'll be basically moving the chains, too, from early in the season. Javonte will come on strong at some point, but...
Yeah. And then I drafted Xavier Jones. So I think that was a good pick by me. Also Devontae Booker. Anyway, I'm hoping that they don't go add anybody and Xavier Jones takes on a big role, and which I think he will. But if that doesn't happen, we got 5 running backs. And guys, this is the time in the live chat where you guys chime in. Basically, just type in who should the running backs go get via trade, via free agency, via the XFL, free agency, whatever. Who do you think they should get? Who was the XFL star? There was a running back who did.
He Hate Me.
Huh?
It wasn't it. He Hate Me. That was the original XFL star.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about a Seahawks running back. I think, like Turbin. It was like Robert Turbin or I forget, but he was a. And then the pandemic hit, like game 4 of XFL. And just
last guy, the former Panther. His name was something smart. Sorry. Anyways, moving on. Let's see what the comments look like here for our.
I don't think we have any yet. I'll go with my list. All right. You guys chime in with any running back you think the Rams should acquire or trade for or pick up off free agency or just stay put. Chime in on the chat. I'm going over my top 5 list, and then if Drew has any names to add to that, he will. Number 5, we have random Steelers running back. This includes horses such as, not Kalen Ballage, McFarland, Anthony McFarland, such as Benny the Snail Snell, names such as Jalen Samuel, the running back / tight end, dual eligibility. We love that. Shout out to Taysom Hill. So yeah,
which one is the favorite though? Which one would you want?
I don't know. That's why I have them at 5. I think they should not trade away Ballage because I think they need a backup running back.
I think Snell is plenty expendable. I don't know if he's going to be good or not in the Rams offense, but he could be traded for, I'm sure.
He's plenty sucky.
Yeah,
that's why I call him the Snail. Yeah, that wasn't just because his name is Snell. He's a snail, so he's no good.
We got a couple comments here. We got Lev Bell.
Let me do my list. We'll see, and then we'll add to that. Okay, so number 4, I got random Chargers running back. That includes guys like Joshua Kelly and Justin Jackson. I think Justin Jackson is perfect. His rookie contract's probably coming up here. I didn't look at it. I'm just assuming rookie contract's probably going to be up pretty soon in a year or two. He was the best, running back behind Austin Eckler, not including Ballage because Ballage is gone. And I think Joshua Kelly could step up in a major way. So I think Justin Jackson would be a cool one. Now, that running back room is very thin, though, now that they don't have Ballage. Number 3, I got Royce Freeman. Now, this is a guy they probably don't want, but...
You are correct about the contract for Jackson, by the way.
Yeah. Royce Freeman's not that good, but another guy like Benny Snell you could probably get for real cheap. So why would the Broncos want to keep him? Number 2, kind of the opposite, James Robinson. This would be ideal. Now, the Jags would be idiots to give him up. They're paying him pennies, and he's put up elite numbers last year. It's a good idea to have 2 good running backs. It's really smart, especially with different skill sets. So I don't think the Jags should do that. And, would you really want to overpay for running back? I don't know. If you really like James Robinson, he'd be balling on the Rams.
You would have to overpay, I think. They're not going to let him go easily.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to overpay, and the Rams have nothing to pay. They traded all their picks for Jalen Ramsey. They don't have that many picks, but, I have put them. It's still a good
And
one.
Stafford. They sent some picks in the Stafford trade.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. For a lot of picks for the Goff. Because they had to give up an extra pick, essentially, just to get rid of Goff's contract.
Yeah, that's basically what it was about.
Yeah, which is, I think, a smart move by both teams. And number 1, we have you running these down, right? Yeah, we go. Number 1, we have Adrian Peterson. That's right, not Lev Bell. I think Adrian Peterson would be the perfect guy to call some run plays for and keep everybody fresh. All right, so what do we have in the comments, and what do you have to add to that?
Well, I think there's a couple Jets running backs that could do something.
No, they suck.
I know you don't like it, but think about it. Even Tevin Coleman being the starting running back right now, they could let go of Ty Johnson. He would be decent.
The Jets, before the draft, the weakest running back room And so did the Steelers, but they went and got Najee Harris. How can
I
you
still
let
believe
go of running
Perrine.
backs?
I still believe Perrine, LaMichael Perrine, could do something with some potential he's shown. But he'd have to have an opportunity, and he's not going to get it in New York, I don't think. So maybe a change of scenery for one of those guys. Him, Ty Johnson. I think Tevin Coleman's a starter. We got some comments, though. You want to go over a couple of these?
Hopefully
I know you don't like this one.
better. No, this is a good one. This makes sense. I don't think the stuff you're saying makes sense. I think Jordan Howard, he can fit in a role. He can do some things, kind of like Adrian Peterson. Do some things, and you can get him for cheap. If it's up to the Eagles. I don't know how the Eagles view him. No, this is worse than yours. The Raiders went and got Kenyon Drake. They went out their way to get Drake because they need weapons on all they have is Darren Waller. That guy's the whole offense. Like, they got Drake for a reason. They're definitely not getting rid of Drake.
Next.
Kerryon Johnson, very good. I like this because they can get him for cheap. He's a cut candidate. Like, he's on the bubble. So you can probably get him for a 6th or 7th rounder, or just wait till he gets cut. They're going to cut one of those running backs in Philadelphia, and even if it's not Kerryon, you can get the one they cut. Oh, Puke Johnson. Sorry, man. That's just not the right fit for this situation.
We all knew that was coming.
Yeah. This guy hasn't watched football the past year. Gio Bernard's on the Bucs, buddy. It's not happening. Tom Brady has his.
They want him, yeah.
Yeah, that's just as bad as someone saying Drake.
This one might be smart.
This is good. I thought about putting random Niners running back on this list because it makes a lot of sense. So this guy has a Niner logo here. Freak Stomp 49er says, Wayne Gallman from SF is currently looking like the 4th RB on the depth chart. He's good. Now, I believe, Drew, put up or just Google Our Lads SF and then pull up that Niners depth chart. So I believe Wayne Gallman right now, this time is the RB2. But yes, we're projecting him to be like RB4-ish. And I think Wayne Gallman, even though he gets all this crap in New York when he was there, he always performed well. And
yeah, you're correct.
I think he'd be a perfect. Yeah, so right now he's the RB2 just technically, but.
Well, no, it's actually got 2 running backs. It's really weird if you look at it. So Raheem Mostert and Gallman are supposedly 1A and 1B, and then they got the rookies behind them, and then they got Hasty and Jeffrey Wilson on PUP. But I see what you're saying. He's the number 2 compared in this hierarchy.
Dak says Rams should go get Mostert. Well, damn, man, I would love to have Trey Sermon if that happened. I don't think that's a great one, Dak, just because Mostert's so injury prone and older, and I don't know if the Niners want to get rid of him. But I mean, hey, it could happen. It could happen. What is it?
Here's another one.
Latavius Murray. Well, I don't know. With MT out, I don't think the Saints are trying to get rid of skill players.
No.
I think they're trying to get them. That's why they went and got Devonta Freeman. So they can't be like, oh, Mike Thomas is out, our whole offense. Let's just get rid of some more guys who've helped us win games on offense.
What about Tariq Cohen? Bears running back. Is he an option, you think?
A smaller Darrell Henderson who's hurt? No.
A Bills running back?
Random Bills running back. Yes, that's fine. That one can, because they don't use running backs anyway. They'll be like, yeah, take them all. They got Matt Breida. They got
That was good.
I just seen this other Bills running back on that team. I don't even remember his name. But they got Matt Breida. They got Zach Moss. They got Singletary. Yeah, that would be. Someone said Sony Michel. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I could see a Patriots running back being traded. They have Harris, Stevenson, White.
Not those guys. I don't know.
But no, I'm just saying they have those guys.
They have a lot of RBs, yes. And so if Bill would be willing to get rid of Sony Michel for cheap, that would be a great one. I think that would be perfect. Perfect.
They could go after David Johnson, but they wouldn't.
I don't know. It might be a little too expensive. That's like their whole thing. Do you have any other? Moving on. Do we have any other topics? I just want to give a shout out really quick. So
go back and talk about
Yeah, so shout out to FFPC. This podcast is not sponsored by them, but it's a fantasy football players championship, and they've just been so awesome to me. I just want to give them a shout out. They're known for high stakes. I just finished a high stakes dynasty draft, so I plan to go over that on the main channel. And one thing that's awesome about them when it comes to dynasty, because they were like, you know, you used to watch World Series of Poker all the time on TV. So that's what they were used. That's what they were known for, was essentially do the World Series of Poker for fantasy football, big tournaments. But Dynasty's been getting so big. They got Dynasty on their website, and a lot of this is the number one thing on my video. It's called, you know, Introduction and Strategy to Dynasty Fantasy Football. On that video, my number one thing, the biggest, most important thing, is the group of guys you play with. And so a lot of people, just to be just quite frank, you don't have 11 buddies usually that you know that are into dynasty football, or they're in it for $10 or so. Like, you can't get a league with people that care. It's very hard and care for a long time. It's very difficult to get that set up. Now, you can go on all these forums and try to make it work, put in a lot of work, and you might be able to do it, and then use another site like LeagueSafe or something. So that is one route, but that's a lot of manual work. Or you can just head on over to FFPC, so myffpc.com. I got a link below in the YouTube description here, and I can give you my link, so that way it helps support us. Or just let me know. I'll get you set up. You can go there, right? It's minimum $77. Now, to a lot of people that might seem steep, but if you want people that are serious to play on there, then it's going to be, you're going to have a little bit of a buy-in. Because once people put in $77 or more, they're going to be interested in it. They're going to be serious. And then they need to put in money for the next year. So you got to deposit about, I think it's like half for next year too. So in case you leave, you give up your deposit. So it just incentivizes people to keep playing. It's awesome to get a league right away, super fast. You get it going right away. And I've only did it once so far, and the group of guys were great. Like, let's just face it, money talks, you know? Like, so if you're in a dynasty league for free or $10, like, I'll bet you that league's going to die down, or people's not going to, like, why am I going to have a lifelong commitment to a free league? Like, that's just a lot of time. Like, you know, it could work out, but not for me. So this is why, one of the main reasons I love this site. They also have high stakes tournaments, which I've actually played in several years ago, and I got my butt whooped, and it's a very humbling experience, and it really helped me step up my game. Because once you put in money, you get some serious people playing. So it's randoms you're joining with. Yes, they're totally random people in that league. It's a public league. So why it works though? Why is it a great group of guys? Because it's for a lot of money, and you have to put in a deposit for the following year. So if you do leave, that deposit is gone. So it incentivizes you to play because it's a lot of money, and incentivizes you to stay because you put in a deposit for next year. So
which is already a lot of money.
Yeah, once you about half, I think it's half what you put in the first year. So it's just like rent an apartment, right? You put in a deposit, or you rent a house, you put in a deposit. You don't want to go in your dynasty league, take a crap, and leave and ruin the whole league because you put
trade all your picks.
You don't want, you put that deposit in. So I've only been in one of these, but the dudes have been great too. Like, they've been, you know, super courteous. Like, no one's doing like weird stuff. A bunch of trades went down, and all of them have gone down courteous and cool and anything. And I mean, it's been cool. And there's also a commission there to prevent. I mean, this would be like, this isn't even collusion anymore. This is fraud, because we're talking about like a real league. So yeah, if dudes are, you know, trying to commit fraud, there is a FFPC commission in there. So you better watch out. You know, so there is someone watching over to make sure that, yeah, like I don't create two accounts and, you know, double up and completely ruin the league as well. Okay, got it. I'll probably join a Dynasty League on there this year. Thanks for the info. Hit me up on social media if you don't know, if you can't get my link, and I'll let you know. I'll get you set up. Hopefully they'll let me. They give me 10% off. I don't know if it's for Dynasty. They got to give me 10. I'm gonna see what's up and try to get you 10% off. Okay, man. So I'll try to get you 10% off your if you don't have an account on there, I can probably give you 10% off. So just hit me up, guys. It's FFPC. I'll give you my link, and hopefully that gives you 10% off. I'm doing an offline draft with the boys this year. That's what I'm talking about.
I was just gonna say, I just want to get you excited.
Yeah,
just wanted to
doing
get you
that.
excited.
We're doing that, but we're not gonna give many details about that. Drew's gonna come to the draft party. You're gonna take a huge dump.
Yeah.
You're gonna poop all over the place. I'm telling you, I got some stuff
trade
planned
all
this
my
year.
draft picks in a redraft.
No,
I'm joking. I'm just messing around.
But I'm just saying that the party is gonna be insane this year. I didn't even tell most people I'm doing it. Like I have not made an announcement. But I read some YouTube comments. Hey, what about you're doing the draft party this year? You guys didn't last year. I was like, I think I'm bringing it back. That's all I've said. That's all I've told the people. Ready for this Sunday. Gonna be crazy. This Sunday is the NFL Realistic Draft live stream. So yes,
should we remind them one more time? You want to go back over that just real quick?
Well, no, not. But yes, I do. So guys, if you're on the live stream now, I did announce in the beginning of the video, probably at the 5-minute mark. Yeah, here it is. So go back. I went over all the details, just probably a couple minutes into this podcast. So just go back, watch or play or listen to the beginning. These are the fam leagues. I got 3 leagues and then 1 with the analysts. So go back and watch that. And these are the times. I will announce it. Best way to get in is to follow me closely on social media. And I'm going to pick some people to get in these leagues. All of them are money leagues except the one I'm doing with analysts. So go back. If you missed that part and you want to be in a league with me, go back and watch from the beginning of this podcast. How long do you think it was? 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in, 5 minutes
in?
in?
2 to 3 minutes in.
Yeah, let's say like 3 minutes in or so. You'll get to it.
Sam's got a question.
Are you doing the draft with the group of people who met up and did an offline draft? The draft, that's called the couch draft party. We're planning on doing it this year. I wanted to keep it a surprise. It's no longer a surprise. We're planning on doing it this year. It's not going to be too much longer, and it's going to be the best draft party we've ever done by far because we didn't do it last year, so we're coming back twice as strong this year.
I think he's got a joke from last year. I can't remember if this is.
He's no longer in the league. He can't make it. That's all. Okay. Tweesy can't make it. He lost.
Do you want to answer that? Yeah.
It's an auction draft, Keyshawn. Just watch the beginning. I go over all of them, but that's going to be more of the expensive type 12-team auction draft. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for tuning in, watching, listening. Make sure you follow me on all the social medias at Fantasy Couch. Subscribe to both YouTube channels. We're going to do some killer leagues this year, and I'll just keep announcing these. So stay tuned. In the near future, I will be announcing on how to specifically get in these leagues. Peace.